beautiful. I'm intelligent. I'm fearless. I'm an achiever. I'm resilient. I'm unstoppable. I'm creative. I'm brilliant. I'm female. And more. It's the cry of a girl born gifted, another maker honor. Yet the world really thinks she's only a female, but I am more. I'm born to be a maker. It's my greatness, my mind can see. I have power to be anything. I am short, I am more than this. Yeah, even more. I'm a dreamer, even more. An achiever, even more. I can be anything if I just believe in me. I'm even more. Woo! Come on, ladies, sing with me. There's an old story out there where the lion died for me. Oh, 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 here's a new story from here. I decide the path I'm unstoppable. I'm born to be a maker in my greatness. My mind can see. I have power to be anything. I am sure I'm more than that. I'm a dreamer, even more. An achiever, even more. I can be anything if I just believe in me. Even more. I'm a leader, even more. Not a quitter, no. I can do anything if I stand up to my feet. I overcome the hurtful voices whispering I'm not good enough. It's a new me. I am powerful. I'm unstoppable. I'm beautiful. I'm intelligent. I'm fearless. I'm an achiever. I'm resilient. I'm unstoppable. I'm creative. I'm brilliant. I'm female. And more. It's the cry of a girl born gifted, another maker honor. Yet the world really thinks she's only a female, but I am more. I'm born to be a maker. It's my greatness, my mind can see. I have power to be anything. I am short, I am more than this. Yeah, even more. I'm a dreamer, even more. An achiever, even more. I can be anything if I just believe in me. I'm even more. Woo! Come on, ladies, sing with me. There's an old story out there where the lion died for me. Oh, 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 here's a new story. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm unstoppable. I'm born to be a maker. What a wonderful way to welcome you to another presentation of Women's Spotlight. It is another day in March, and of course, we're here again another Wednesday, another presentation with Princess Elect Savage Coley. However, when you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome. We have a lot to talk about today, or rather, a very, very interesting topic. Given that we're in the month of March, and March is widely considered Women's Month, that's why we celebrate every March 8th as International Women's Day. It was a very, very powerful event across the globe, March 8th. Every country, everywhere you had, women celebrating, just a day differently. And it was very, very powerful, impactful as this year's theme, I don't want to say was, I want to say is, give to being. So, International Women's Day celebration was March 8th, 2026, under the theme Give to Gain. If you have a mother or sister, a wife or a daughter, you understand exactly how personal and sentimental International Women's Day is for all of us every year. I can do anything if I stand up to my feet. And so I'd like to say welcome to Women's Spotlight. This program is proudly sponsored by Crime Stoppers Liberia, our prime sponsor right here on this program. I overcome the hurtful voices whispering I'm not good enough. It's a new me. I would like to say good afternoon to you, old man Sam Zion. Hope you're doing okay. And thank you for always supporting different ventures that involve women and girls in this country. Thank you for being one of the backbones behind the Women's Spotlight. A lot has happened in Liberia in the space of 1 week. We had young people out there marching to say no to rape and sodomy. We also had a couple of young women out there and men as well. I think it was March 15th or 16th when we were celebrating the March 15th. We had young men, young women out there as well saying no to domestic violence, sexual gender-based violence, and intimate partner violence as well. A lot has happened, and today we're going to discuss basically the dangers of society's timeline or time frame for women. If you are a young lady out there, or if you are an elderly, or you're just a girl, you understand exactly some of the pressures and some of the dangers society poses to all of us because we expect at a certain point in time a lady to be able to do this, whether it is marriage, whether it is birthing a child, like whatever it is. So to some extent, society has placed this time frame on women across the world, and everyone wants to say, hey, as a lady, you should be able to get married maybe before 30. You should be able to, have a child before 30. So just the time frame, the dangers of all these different time frames or timelines that society poses to women. It is really, really not a good thing. And this is rather very personal. This is rather sentimental. And as we're saying gift to gain this year, while celebrating the Women's Month or International Women's Day, it is important to talk about these different things. So we're just going to take a very short break, and when we get back, I think we're going to summarize some of the things that happened the last couple of days. Pastor Spakala was out there with a couple of young people, young women, young girls, little boys who were out there just saying, hey, no to rape, no to sodomy, and they read a petition as well. And that is something that is really known whenever you having these different, peaceful walks and say, hey, say no to this, say no to that, yeah. But again, the big question is after everything, what is next? Because the Ministry of Gender was there as told. The Ministry of Gender was there and they received a petition, I think, saying, yeah, we understand what's happening, and we're here to accept, your petition because we see what's happening. But after seeing what's happening, what are you going to do next? That is something we're also going to dive into a little bit. We're also going to discuss, we're just going to do light on young people who gathered at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. I think it was on Monday, when they also went there to say, hey, domestic violence, I mean, sexual gender based violence is not okay. Intimate partner violence is not okay because following what happened in the last couple of days involving Liberia's economist, Samuel Jackson. So you have women having different views on the social media. Now this is like with the Liberian National Police after 48 hours. We haven't sent out, but they're still on their investigation. But Liberian women had a lot to say. Even Liberian men had a lot to say. So the accusations were just in circulation on the social media, everybody has something to say. But I'm not going to say way too much right now because I want to hear from our sponsor from Southwest Liberia. And after we listen, we're going to get back to all of you. If you are just joining us, we'd like to welcome you when you spotlight, and of course, we're live on Freedom 87.9 FM. If you're following us via Facebook and YouTube, we'd like to say thank you so much to our viewers, Freedom FM 87.9 TV on Facebook and YouTube. A very short break. Be right back.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the sort of vigilante style justice in this country, none of us will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Science, your community fighting party. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Science.
For music, no respect to you then. You're the son love. No respect to you then. You're the son love. The woman in love. The woman in care. The woman in love. I care. The woman in care. The woman is settled. But you need a man to be with, man to be with. You're so beautiful, but you need a man to take care of her. A man to be down side, a man to treat her right. Yeah. Whenever she need care, a man that will be there. Someone to be there. Whenever she need comfort, a man that will be there. Yeah. But you not a bambe, you not a short and you. But you not a bambe, I want to be with. Yeah. You feel she a donkey, somebody work for me. Yeah, respect that you then. You're the son love, no respect that you then. You're the son love, the woman in love. Not you. The woman in care. Not you. The woman in love. Not you. The woman in care. Not you.
She dancing at Lingo and at Zonto. Yeah, shout out to my brother D. Amico. I'm straight from the MO. Dance to the team though. Yeah, I will treat you right, my Sherry Coco. You deserve the best, man. You not no street food. I won't beat you, I swear. I won't fuck you. When I'm in my hole from the party at party. Don't stress yourself. You know I got you. Yeah. The woman.
Well, like to say welcome back to Women's Spotlight. So I'm still here
And we're going to have a lot of different, talk today. But while you're listening to us, while you're following us, do not forget to play Freedom Win Liberia cash giveaway. Star 255 star 1 hash to play. That is if you have mobile money, loans that mobile money. And play with only 100 Liberian dollars or 50 cents USD and stand a chance to win from 5,000 Liberian dollars up to 25,000 Liberian dollars. Also, if you have orange money, star 255 star 7 hash and play as well. Play with 100 Liberian dollars or 50 cents using your orange money. And again, stand a chance to win from 5,000 Liberian dollars to 25,000 Liberian dollars. Continue playing while I'm here. Mav is going to get back here to dish out some money to all of you. So continue playing. So we're back to our discussion. Today is rather personal, so I'm going to sound subtle. I'm going to sound a bit calm because I really want this to sink into some extent. We have a lot of men out there. This is not to spotlight men as people who put pressure on women. No, I know a lot of men who are very supportive, and my bosses here at Freedom Radio Liberia, they are practical examples of people who want women to thrive, people who want women to succeed, people who just provide platforms and give seats to women at several tables. So International Women's Day was celebrated globally March 8th, and the theme is Give to Gain. So, why we always talk about these different things that are happening, especially the challenges and, some of the contributions women are, making. Women are the ultimate giver. And when I say the ultimate giver, women are from the beginning of this earth. Women have always been there as people who gave, as people who nurture, so that society may gain, so that society may thrive. But again, why women are doing all these different things to make sure that we're okay, you have society pressuring women on a daily basis. Every day, you will have someone to say, hey, for example, Alexa, why are you not married? Hey, Alexa, why do you not have a child? Hey, Alexa, why are you not doing this? So I just want us to talk about the dangers, just the dangers that society poses to women, especially when it comes to the time frame. Why does society constantly tell women, or why does society constantly pose these different questions to women about timeline? So I'm saying this because I read a post I think a couple of days ago, and while I was there, I was like, whoa, someone had written about what if you're not married when you are at a certain age as a woman, and the question is never posed to a man. You don't ask Abraham Kamara, when you are 40 years old and you are not married, what are you going to do? The pressure is basically placed on women. The pressure is basically placed on women every single day, whether it is education, whether it is about, childbirth, whether it is about marriage. It is never, never, never the reverse, where you have pressure on men. So why does society continue to do this? I think it is a problem because when you put pressure on women and girls, it takes away their power to be an individual. It takes away their individual power, the power of individuality. I'm saying this to me, you're a person. As Alexa, I know 2 years from now what I want to do. I know 2 years from now what I want to achieve. I know what I want to, what success I want to celebrate. 2 years from now, I know that. But there are people who are unable to withstand society's pressure. There are women who are unable, and it's not because they're weak. No, it is not because they're weak. It is not because they're lazy. It is because when you have constant pressure on people, sometimes you break a will a little bit. When you're broken temporarily, it doesn't mean you are defeated. No, but There are people who are easily broken by these different pressures. So it takes away their power to become an individual. It takes away, the it takes away a lot from them. Like you're going to have a rushed decision. So everybody is saying, hey, when you're 30 years old, you're supposed to have a child because maybe before you reach 40, you'll not be able to have a child. You don't know that person's medical records. You don't know what that person is going through. But just from the onset, exteriorly, all you know, say, because all you know, society say when you reach certain age, you're not be able to born child. All your friend ain't born, why you not born? Like just the thought of you saying a lady will not be genuinely happy because she doesn't have a man, or she's not married, or she doesn't have a child. Those things, a person's happiness is not determined by marriage. A person's happiness is not determined by being able to have a child or children. And I'm saying this to me, everybody has different goals, everybody has different visions, and everybody has different things that make them happy. There are some women who are happy because they're married, and it is a good thing. When you're embracing these women who are happy because they're married, it doesn't mean people who are not married are not happy. It doesn't mean people who are not married, I mean women who are not married, are not successful. It doesn't mean they don't have specific goals. It doesn't mean they don't have what it takes to move forward. No. So I will want you to understand that society to some extent takes away a lady's individuality, the power of being an individual, based on the constant pressure you put on us. I'm saying us because I am a young woman, and I know I have sat in rooms where people have conversations. I've sat on round tables where these conversations are held emotionally, and women pour their hearts out and they talk about these things. Rushed decisions, you should also take that into consideration. When a lady, for example, a little girl, it's funny. When a lady gives birth sooner, it becomes a problem. Oh, you're bringing shame to your family. You're bringing shame to your family. Usually, we don't lash at the guy who had impregnated that lady. And now one person can just do something and get belly. No, it's not possible. You need two. Yeah, you need two. You need a man, you need a woman. So when a young girl is pregnant, then you have another pressure on her again. You're too young. Why are you doing this? You're too young. Why this, and that. In as much as there are ways to guide your child, there are ways to guide your sister, to say, hey, I think you need to plan your life. You need to have goals. And is this what you want? But when that child is pregnant, obviously the pressure is on her. You don't talk to the guy who gave her the belly. Why are we unfair? The same pressure we put on our young girls and young women, I think we should put the same pressure, because the decision is not for one person. No. And I'm saying this to our parents. I'm saying this to people out there who just point fingers and they don't care what that person is going through. I'm actually saying this to you. Women are the ultimate giver. And I mean, this may be controversial, but I 100% know and believe that without women, I'm sorry, your society will not be nurtured. Okay? Your society may not be nurtured. So please let us take it easy. Another thing I would also like to talk about is about, I said rushed decisions. I just said that in passing, but when society pressures young women, young girls, they're going to make decisions hastily. without thinking about it over and over again. Like, for example, marriage, their careers, their, motherhood. People are going to rush into these things because you have to be emotionally, mentally, and physically ready to be a mother. We know sometimes people say, oh, it's mistakes happen and all that. Yeah. But I'm talking about people who know what they want, or people who are, just planning at a point in time. With constant pressure, you're going to rush into it. Mentally, you're not ready. Physically, you are not ready. Emotionally and financially, in fact. Because we usually talk about the physical, emotional, mental. We don't talk mostly about the financial aspect. There are people who have already planned, hey, 5 years from now, I'll be financially stable and ready to have a child. I'll be financially stable, to be able to get into marriage. But with the constant pressure, obviously you're just going to go into it in a moment. And after that, you're not really happy. You're, dissatisfied, and it becomes a problem. So please let us stop rushing people. And some of the conversations that people have, you don't know me personally. No, we're just here sitting, or you may have seen me on the social media, you may have listened to me on the radio, and you see me, maybe I'm 30 years old or 40, and I'm married, and you just ask me, why you not born yet? You okay? You don't just ask people those questions. Why you not married yet? Why you not do that one yet? Why you not born yet? You don't ask people these questions. It is rude. It is uncivilized. It is inappropriate, especially if you don't know what that person is going through. If you are not very, very close to be able to have that conversation, it is offensive as well. I know the certain we're in, people think it is normal. It is not as normal as you think. On the outside, yeah, a lady may respond to you, but I'm sure when she gets home, she thinks about these things. So let us take it easy. Let us take it easy. We need to. People are going through a lot. People are fighting silent battles on a daily basis, and you don't know what happens. These are very sensitive topics, issues, discussions that you cannot just blow out because you think that you have to say it, or maybe it is permitted based on where you are. I'm begging you, you're taking it easy in the country. And I'm not even only talking about Liberia. You're taking it easy in the warrior-owned women. Young girls, please. The pressure you put on people, you can be able to just do any kind of thing. Because in your head, oh no, you're just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. Emotionally, people have issues, their mental and emotional problems with all these things. And everybody has a different life path. Okay, that is the journey. So I have a different journey. Another girl or another woman has a different journey. So what I may consider as something that makes me successful, another person may not consider that. That's why everyone has a different life path. Okay. So don't say, oh, you see Alexa doing it. She got it going on. Say Alexa got it going on, and this other lady doesn't have it going on. No. Alexa's life journey is different. Another lady's life journey is different. So you cannot do that as a comparison. No. You cannot. You cannot. And just the constant pressure about the time frame, the timeline, people rush into things because they think that they're going to be lit. No, there's nothing lit. I may not know the Bible to my fingertips, but I know that in that Bible, something that happened when people were oh, they didn't even expect it. To tell you, I'm not so much religious. To tell you that everybody has a special time. Some people wait for, like they say, In fact, like all time, people can wait on. Let's just say it that way. Yeah, there are different timelines, different. So simply because this person is a 25-year-old girl or a 27-year-old girl and she's doing this and that, and then you have a lady who is maybe 40 or 50 and she's doing this and that, and you say, oh, imagine a small girl doing it when you all at it. No, do not, do not, do not. I mean, you don't try it. I'm very serious. Today, a serious thing I'm talking. Do not try it. Please. I'm begging you. I know today is just one of those days where I'm having this conversation. That's why I don't have a guest. I just wanted to talk to you, from me to you. From me to you. Being a woman is being strong, not being hardened. Okay? Being a woman doesn't mean you born children or society tell you say born and then you go born. And that means society tell you say you marry, you're so rich 40, then you go marry. You do that 1 year, your time running out. Society doesn't say that to you. You know your timeline. You know exactly what you want to achieve at a certain point in time. So do not allow yourself to be swayed. Do not allow yourself to be captured by society's pressure. Do not allow yourself to drown because society has timelines for when you are supposed to get married as a woman, when you're supposed to have a child, and what determines your success. No. Everybody has different meanings and definitions of what success is. My definition is different. My Mary who is selling the market, her definition is different. Because my Mary doesn't have an office job, doesn't mean she is not successful, she is not happy. People find fulfillment in different things. Okay? So I know today is another day. We're still in March, and March is going to end as well. But obviously, a lady will have children depending on what that lady wants. So don't pressure her, please. And sometimes you don't even know that certain people have health issues. And you just been for children, you don't know if this person has a very serious health issue. So when you constantly put that pressure, that they feel like they're not going, they're not doing this, they're not doing that. We know children are blessings from God, which is very important as well. But again, today, emphasis on timeline. Everybody has their own timeline. So I'm emphasizing again that everyone has their own timeline, and God is there. God knows when this is supposed to happen, what is supposed to happen, how it is supposed to happen. So that's exactly what I would like to say. And with everything that's happened, just in the last couple of days, we had Tato Spakala and Centra, we have Bell Janga and other young people out there saying, hey, we're saying no to rape, we're saying no to sodomy because our society is in a way that women are unprotected, young boys are unprotected. You know, I made a video, I think it was DJ's Hero who recorded that video. And in that video, I said something and I was like, first, they went for little girls and young women, right? And they blamed rape or sexual violence on their dress codes. According to them, that those things were triggers. But now, some of these men who cannot control themselves, they have come for everyone. They've come for young boys. They've come for, young girls. They've come for women. They've come for, when I'm saying women, I'm talking about, imagine, Front Page Africa had a video a couple of weeks back. A 67-year-old woman was raped by a 24, 26-year-old man. You can imagine. So they have come for everyone, whether you're a little boy, a little girl, a young woman, an elderly. They've come for everybody, and we have some comical things as well about they're coming for chickens, they're coming for goats, so every animals. So please, please let us all manage ourselves. Let us also make sure we use our voices, we use our platforms, and to be able to protect women and girls, young boys as well, whether in your community or not, because sometimes you have people going through a lot. And one of the most talked about topics as well is sexual gender based violence. I made a post again a couple of weeks back, and in as much as I'm always here saying, hey, do not beat on your woman, do not beat on your girl, do not do this and do that, because sometimes it leads to that person's death. You see, one of the recent cases everybody is talking about, Samuel Jackson, this, the accusation is this, and the police is they're investigating all that. We're going to wait. I'm sure Oliver, I'm sure, or not Oliver, but I'm sure all of you out there, you've been seeing all those things. But again, we're going to wait, because based on that report, you had young women and girls also out there on Monday, and they were saying, please, we do not want our women and girls to be abused in their homes and stuff like that. But I made a post, and the funny thing is, plenty of people were laughing. In fact, young men, all of them, they thought it was funny. I said, we know sexual gender-based violence is not good, which is not good at all. And usually the victims or the survivors are always women and young girls. But do you know that we also have women who can abuse their men, who can beat their men? Now, what I'm talking about, you get some screw women who can beat their men, their husbands, their boyfriends, and all these things. That's also gender-based violence, if you don't know. Let DJ Hero go for being gay or more screw by way. He's gonna argument they beat him. That's also gender-based violence. Gender, it doesn't just refer to women and girls. No, men and boys, they're also involved. So I wrote something that when you are a boy or a man and you have your girlfriend or your wife who can beat you, do not be ashamed and say, oh no, man, the thing about society's pressure again, you see, because society Jesus, they crafted this blueprint that as a man you cannot, in fact, you cannot be violated by a woman, especially I'm talking about physical violence. You cannot be beaten. Don't accept it, man. You man. So you say, oh man, let me get counseling. I can carry the news. I can go report it. It can lead to death as well. Not only a woman can die from domestic violence, okay? Not only a woman or gay in Kolokwa can die from domestic violence or gender-based violence. No. Men and two, yeah. And I grew up. It's funny. I remember when I was a child, it used to be funny. This lady used to be a husband. She used to say some little sweet raspberry. I remember because I used to let her raspberry beneath. Very huge. When I used to get ready for her husband, she used to beat him so bad. And you would have like a whole group of people just there. It used to be funny, but as I grew older and as I am now, where I use my platform to talk about these things, whether on social media or the radio or TV or wherever, I have realized that based on the pressure again of society on men, even though today we focus mostly the dangers, surrounding society's pressure on women, especially when it comes to timeline, I would just say this. The same pressure that society get on women is on men. But that would be a whole conversation for another day. For society make it loaded as a man, woman can be you, man. Woman not supposed to be you. So woman will be beating you, then you don't want to tell nobody. Why you in a horse, there's only happening to you. So I'm saying this to you. I wasn't believing. as a man or boy, if you have your girlfriend or your wife who beats you on a daily basis, maybe whenever you're having some fight as a couple, and you're beaten by that lady, do not say I'm a man and I don't want people to laugh at me. It starts with one slap or a punch, and at the end of the day, you might end up in a hospital or in a funeral home. So report it. Report it when you're being abused by a woman. Report it. Every day we talk about, hey, stop gender-based violence against women and girls. I'm adding my voice to say, stop gender-based violence against men and boys as well, because they go through it. There are people who don't talk. There are men who don't talk because they're afraid. They're afraid that my friends are going to laugh at me, or I'm going to be trending on the social media. This is not about what people are going to say. This is about your life. This is about you, if you are safe or not. So please, let us all manage ourselves, and let us all know that we are not to be controlled 100% by what society says. Sometimes I think society causes a lot of problems than provides, solutions. That's my view as an individual. That's my view. So as we're going to be ending this presentation today, and just before we go to the end, I would like to listen again to Crime Stoppers Liberia, and after that we'll just play this song. It's a nice song from Musica. Woman needs love, woman needs care. Of course, we need a man too, need a sensing. But we'll listen to Crime Stoppers Liberia. Also, don't forget to play *255*1#, and play $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cents, *255*7# for people with orange money. We'll listen to this, and after that, we're just going to say bye-bye.
That you understand when you're getting married, you will know.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia. We want peace.
Okay, go away. That what you want to get? Your family. I will take there and cry. You want me that more than I am in the ground.
The music got you, got you. No respect you then. You're the sun love. No respect you then, bro. You're the sun love. The woman in love. Got you. The woman in care. Got you. The woman in love. Got you. The woman in care. Got you. The woman is settled, but she need a man to be with. Girl is so beautiful, but she need a man to take care of her. A man to be by her side, a man to treat her right. Whenever she need care, a man that will be there. Someone to be there. Whenever she need comfort, a man that will be there. Someone to be there. You na bambe, you na short and you na bambe, woman to be with. You feel she a donkey, Somebody work for me. Yeah, respect the children. Show them some love.
Okay, respect the junior who show them some love. Oh, yeah, yeah. So, just before we go, I think I've had a good time with you, and today is one of the days that it is very calm. It's because I want this to sink in a lot, very, very much. So please, men, stop violence against women and girls. Violence is not the way. You cannot be a violent partner to your spouse. You cannot. That's not the way to go. That's why you know how to talk, and you can have a conversation with your partner whenever you have some issues and stuff like that. Do not resort to violence, please. It takes away from you. You are supposed to use your fists to protect your girls. Because imagine you're abusing your woman. So what happens to your daughter? How are you going to feel when that is reversed in times to come, when your child is married, or your child is in a relationship with someone who is also as violent as you are? How are you going to say, hey, stop beating my daughter, when you can beat the daughter, man? So please, stop violence. And we have talked about this every now and then. We are not going to stop. We'll continue to talk about it. Also, women, stop beating your man. I know that thing's sounding funny to your ear. Stop beating your man. We know some of you screw. Some women very strong. I'm not lying to you. And I see it. So the strength you have, do not use that to raise your hands. Do not use that to beat your boyfriends or your husband. Violence is not good. Whether that is something that is done to a man or a woman, it is not good. Don't use your hand to mac the man fear. Don't use your hand to mac the woman fear. I beg you. And society, please do not pressure women. Do not continue to put pressure on women and girls. Maybe sometimes the intent is okay, but the way you deliver your message is wrong. You don't say, imagine as old as you are not married. Imagine as old as you are, you don't have a child. Imagine as young as you are, you get plenty of children. What you already want to do now? Woman get plenty of children, that problem. Woman not get no child, that problem. Woman marry too soon, wahala. Woman marry late, wahala. Woman not marry, wahala. What thing will do? So please, let us all take it easy. And I think that's how I would like to end today's presentation, because we've had a good time here. I know you've had a good time with me. I'm sorry I will not be able to read all of your comments. I see a couple of comments there. To our viewers, I want to say thank you so much for following us on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for being there. I also want to say thanks so much to our listeners via 87.9 FM. Thank you for listening to us via the radio. And I also like to say happy International Women's Day. It is never late, especially when we're still in March. And I also like to say happy Women's Month, because we're still in March. Any way you do it, that's it. We're also celebrating our mothers. So this month entirely is for women. So I've had a good time with all of you, and I'm going to be back here in the next couple of minutes. My name is Princess Alexa Venture Colley. Do have yourselves a pleasant time.